By the end of this video, you will be able to understand what is a key flex field, what are the KFFs available in fixed assets, KFF Skeleton, how system controls and KFFs are linked in fixed assets, can we add additional segments to fixed asset KFFs, does fixed asset allow multiple active structures to KFFs, can we enable new structure for a fixed asset KFF and use it in asset creation? Does fixed asset KFFs allow dynamic inserts? Flex field is a field made up of subfields or segments. Oracle supports two types of flex fields. They are key flex fields and descriptive flex fields. Codes made up of meaningful segments are used to identify business objects. Examples of such business objects are GL account, asset category, and item category. Oracle Fusion stores codes in key flex fields. To understand this better, I have created this table wherein I have listed some of the applications in Oracle Fusion, business object in each of these applications, codes used to identify these business objects, and examples of such codes. Account is a code used to identify the nature of journal created in General Ledger module. Asset category is a code used to categorize the asset in fixed assets module. Item category is a code used to tell the nature of item in inventory application. Let us see the examples of asset category code. We have listed values vehicle heavy, vehicle standard, computer hardware. The properties of the asset will completely change based on the value assigned to asset category. If an asset is created with asset category as vehicle heavy, it will have a set of properties. If we create a same asset with a different value, let's say vehicle standard, it will have another set of properties. And if we use computer hardware, that asset will have a different set of properties. When I say properties, I am referring to accounts of the asset that will be used, depreciation method, prorate convention, and life of the asset. Also note that the examples of the codes are made up of single value or multiple values, each separated by a special character. In case of item category, the example is having a single value. It may be raw material, semi-finished good, finished good, or spare. In case of asset category, the values are having multiple subfields or segments, each separated by a special character, here hyphen in this case. Let us look at account values. This code is having multiple segments, each separated by a special character, in this case dot. Let us go to the Fusion instance and see this to understand it better. Go to Fixed Assets application, click on Assets, click on Task List, click on Add Asset. Select the required information, click on Select icon for category field, click on Search. It lists all the valued values. Let us select category as vehicle and heavy. Give a description. Enter the cost of the asset. Select the value for location. Click on search. It will give us the valued values. Select a value and click on OK. Now note that category, expense account, and location are examples for key flex fields in the add asset page. These three fields has an icon, select icon at the end of the field, and the values of the fields, if you observe, they have multiple segments concatenated by a special character. The same is the case for expense account and location. And what we need to understand here is the value that we select for these fields will change the property of the object. Here the business object is asset. We are creating an asset and we are selecting values for these three key flex fields. The properties of this asset will get changed based on the value that we select for the field. If we select vehicle and heavy as a value for this category and create an asset, this asset will have a set of properties in terms of depreciation method, accounts, and life of the asset. Instead of that, if we select the value as a different value, let's say computer, hardware, the asset will have completely different set of properties in terms of, again, the depreciation, pro-rate convention, and life of the asset. So in gist, what we need to understand here is the properties of the business object gets changed by the value that we select for the key flex fields. Oracle provided 3 seeded key flex fields in fixed assets application. They are asset category, asset location, and asset key KFFs. To see these KFFs, let us navigate to the Fusion instance. Go to the fixed assets application, click on task list, click on add asset screen, enter the required information for all the fields. As we discussed, category and asset location are the 2 key flex fields, seeded key flex fields in fixed assets. Understand that expense account is an KFF used in fixed assets, but this KFF is not owned by fixed assets application. This is owned by general ledger application. Click on next. In this page, we will have the third KFF of fixed assets, that is asset key. Click on select icon, click on search, select a value. So these are the 3 key flex fields in fixed assets. They are asset location, asset category, and asset key. Now let us understand the skeleton of key flex fields. In the add asset screen, there are 3 KFFs available as highlighted here. Let us focus on category KFF. When we click on select icon of the category KFF, this opens a new screen. This new screen is called structure of the KFF. The name for this structure given is category. In this new screen, there are 3 subfields, and these subfields are called segments of the KFF. And each segment of the KFF is having a value set associated to it. When we click on this value set, this opens a list of values, and it also displays the description for each value. To summarize this, key flex field has 1 or more structures. Each structure has 1 or more segments. Each segment will have a value set, and a value set will have 1 or more values. Let us go to the Fusion instance to understand this better. Click on task list, click on add asset screen, enter the required information for category field. This KFF as a select icon, click on icon. This opens a new screen. This screen is called structure of the KFF, and its name is category. It has 2 segments in it, each with names as major category and minor category, and each segment has a value set associated with it. When we click on it, it is showing us a list of values and a description associated with each value. Now question arises, what is an instance and how instance is different from the KFF structure? KFF structure is the blueprint that defines the segment layout, while structure controls how that blueprint is used across different business contexts. Let us take an example. If in GL application, if we have US primary ledger and India primary ledger, and both the ledgers uses the same structure, means the same segments in the structure, and if we have a requirement wherein some segments in the KFF structure should be mandatory in US primary ledger but non-mandatory in the India primary ledger, that's where the concept of instance will be very useful. We can set the properties of required or not required for the segments at instance level, and that instance will be used for each ledger. So the structure will be same. It will be reused across multiple ledgers, but for each use for the ledger, an instance will be created, and that at that instance level we can set the properties for the fields such that those fields can behave as mandatory for one ledger whereas non-mandatory in another ledger. We will see that later in the instance. To give you the better picture, I have created this slide where KFF structure tells the segments design of the structure. It tells what are the segments and what value sets will be used, whereas KFF structure instance will tell us usable configuration. At this instance level, we can set the properties for the fields to say whether it is required or not. We will see that in the instance. Let us navigate to the instance now, and we will see where we can see the fixed asset KFFs, their structures, their segments, value sets, and how to define values to the value set. In the Fusion instance, go to Setup and Maintenance. Select Financials Offering. Click on Fixed Assets Functional Area. To see the key flex fields in fixed assets and associated structures and instances, click on the Manage Fixed Asset Key Flex Fields. And when we click on Search, as we discussed, Oracle Fusion provides 3 seeded key flex fields in fixed assets. So when we click on Search, it displays all the 3 key flex fields. They are Asset Key, Category, and Location key flex fields. And as we discussed, for each key flex field, there can be one or more structures and one or more instances. If we want to see the structures for Asset Key flex field, select the Asset Key, KFF, and click on Manage Structures. And for the same KFF, if you want to see the instances, select the KFF and click on the instances. So now let us see the structures first for Category KFF. Select the Category KFF and click on Manage Structures. As we discussed, for Category KFF, there can be one or more structures. Click on Search. It will display all the structures that are defined for Category KFF. And one thing we need to note here is Oracle Fusion Fixed Assets supports only one active structure for the KFF. So there can be multiple structures defined for Category KFF, but it allows only one active structure. If you see, enabled flag is checked only for Green Labs category flex field. If I try to enable the asset category flex field, if I try to click it, system will throw an error. If I click on save and close, it says in application 140, that is fixed assets, key flex field cat, that means category KFF, there must not be more than one enabled structure. So even we have kept this as an agenda, as one of the item in our agenda of this video, where we said can fixed assets KFF allows more than one active structure. So the answer is no, fixed asset doesn't allow more than one active structure for seeded KFFs. So now the question arises, how can we make this active? So this is a test instance. So someone might have created a new structure and enabled it. Actually this is not the right structure, so we will disable this and enable the seeded one. Or let's leave like this and we'll proceed with our task, and we will see this later. To see the segments, select the structure, click on edit. Here for the structure we can see what are the segments. Major category and minor category are the segments. Select a segment and click on edit. It shows us the segment name, code, API name. This will be used by technical team when they are making some of the integrations. If they want to load some data into this structure, they will use this API name. This will be used by technical team when they are developing some integrations or any custom code. And here this is important for us. Value set is associated with the structure and that is defined here. Click on save and close. Similarly, minor category segment is also defined and there will be a value set associated with it. Click on save and close. That will be the same approach for anything, for any of the structure. Let us see the values in the value set. To see the values in the value set, copy the value set name. Click on save and close. Click on done. Click on manage fixed assets flex field value sets to see the values in the value set. Paste the value set name here. Click on edit, select the value set and click on edit icon. Here we can see the properties of the value set, whether it is dependent or independent or a table based value set. Those things we can see here, and other limitations, what is the maximum length, minimum value and maximum value. Save and close. To see the values in the value set, select the value set code and click on manage values. Click on search to show all the values that are defined here. There are no values defined in this value set. That is the reason we are not able to see anything. Let us change the value set name to measure category and see if we get a different value set. Okay, let us save and close this. Let us take the value set associated with the standard structure. Manage structures. Copy the value set associated with the seeded one. It is FA measure category. Click on save and close. Done. Click on done. Click on manage fixed assets value sets. Give the value set name. Select the value set and click on manage values. Click on search. We can see the values that are available in the value set now. Now let us do one activity. We will add new segment to category KFF. If you notice here, category KFF is having two segments, major category and minor category. We will add one more segment with name sub minor category, and I have not added value set here, but now we will even add value set. The activity is going to be adding a new segment and value set with name sub minor category. To do that, go to the instance, click on manage fixed assets key flex fields, click on search, select the category KFF, and in manage structures is the where we'll display all the structures for the KFF. So this is the, even in the last time when we saw this was the structure that was enabled, but I have disabled it, and this is the seeded one, so I have enabled it. Now we will add a segment to this and we will add a value set and values to that. Click on edit, click on plus icon. Under segment section, click on plus icon. We will add sub minor category segment. I have entered the required information: segment code, API name, description, sequence number. I have given 3 as there are already 2 segments. I have given short prompt. Column name, this is the database column that will be used. The first 2 segments have already consumed segment 1 and segment 2 columns, so we have selected segment 3. And this is the value set name that we'll be using. This value set, there are no values added to this value set yet. We will just now save this. Save and close. Click on fixed assets flex value sets. Let us create a value set. Let me copy the name that I am giving here. I have selected the module as assets. This is an independent value set. Characters. Yeah, click on save and close. Click on save and close. Now search for the value set. Let us add values to the value set. Click on manage values. Click on plus. We will enter two values. One is truck. Another is crane. Let us save this. We can see, let us verify if we can see the values that we have added. Yes, we can see them. Save and close. In another tab, now let us try to save this. Now we can see the value set coming over here. Select it. Click on save and close. Now we have added the another segment to the structure, that is subminor category. Click on save and close. Click on done. If you see here, the category flex field deployment status is not done. It is in edited status. We have to deploy this structure or KFF so that we can see the changes when we are trying to create an asset. Click on deploy. The KFF is deployed successfully. To see the changes, let us log out of from the instance and log in again. Click on sign out. Now log into the instance. Go to fixed assets application. Click on assets. Click on task list. Click on add asset. Now click on category. Now we can see the new field that we have added, new segment, that is subminor category. And if we click on the LOV, it is showing the two values, truck and crane, that we have entered in the value set. Now quickly let us try to create a new asset with these values. I'll select major category as vehicle. Minor category as heavy. Subminor category as truck. When I click on OK, it says the combination cannot be used. It is either does not exist or using it here is not permitted. In fixed assets, the use of category is restricted through a different screen. To use a category value in add asset screen, this should be first defined in the manage asset categories screen and should be associated with the asset book for which we are going to use it. So let us go to that manage asset categories screen and we will create this combination vehicle, heavy and truck, and we will assign that to the asset book so that we can use it over here. Let me open in another tab. Go to setup and maintenance. Select fixed assets functional area. Click on manage asset categories. Click on create icon. Now let us enter the combination. Let us select subcategory as truck, subminor category. This is in physical inventory. Now we are creating the category vehicle, heavy and truck combination, and this has to be associated with asset book. We are going to create the asset in US Corp asset book. So let us associate this category to US Corp asset book. It will ask us for a bunch of accounts. Let me enter these accounts. I have entered the required accounts. We will discuss in detail about these accounts when we are covering asset categories topic. For now, I have entered the required details. Go to default rules, click on create icon. Enter your depreciation method, life in years and life in months. Select prorate convention and retirement convention. Click on save and close. We have created the combination. Let us check if it is available. Select the book as US Corp. Click on search. Yeah, the combination vehicle, heavy and truck has been created. Now let us go to fixed asset screen. Click on search. Let us come back again. Close this window. Click on category icon. Let us click on add asset again. Click on category. Click on search. So now we are seeing the vehicle heavy truck combination as we have created this in manage asset category screen. Click on OK. Select it, give a description. Select a location. Click on next. For our easy identification, I am giving an asset number manually 200. Select an asset key. Click on submit for approval. The asset that we have created with number is waiting for approval. Let us not go in detail as this requires approvals, but now for our objective we are able to create an asset. Once this gets approved, once user approves it, this asset will get created. We are able to complete our activity. So let us proceed further. So this is the summary. For category flex field, there are already two categories, major and minor category. So we have added one more segment, subminor category, and added a value set to it and added values to this value set. That's when this got reflected in add asset screen, and we are able to create an asset with that combination provided we entered a value in manage asset screen, manage asset category screen, and associated that with the asset book. Let us work on activity 2. Create a new structure for category KFF, enable the structure and verify if we can use it in asset creation. So currently we already have this structure with 3 segments and 3 value sets. Now we will create completely new structure with the name as SM asset category. We are prefixing it with SM, and even the category instance also with SM and segments also with SM. We will use the same value sets and we will enable this asset structure, category structure, and we'll see if system is allowing us to use this new structure. Now let us go to Fusion instance. We will start with structure creation. Then we will add 3 segments and we'll use the existing value sets to it. Go to setup and maintenance. Select the fixed assets functional area. Click on manage fixed assets key flex fields. Click on search. Select the category flex field. Click on manage structures. Click on create icon. Let us create the new structure as SM SM asset category flex field. Enter the required information and click on save. It says that there should be only one valid structure. So to create this structure, we should disable the valid structure which is available. Let us click on search. Let us disable this first. Click on save and close. Now click on create icon to create a new structure. Enter the required information and click on save. Now it got saved. Click on create icon to create the segments. Enter the required information. Use the existing value set. Click on save and close. Let us create the second segment. Enter the required information and click on save. Let us create the third segment in the structure. Enter the required information and click on save and close. Click on save and close. Click on done. Now category flex field is not deployed. Let us click on deploy flex field. Once done, log out of Fusion and log in again. I have missed to create an instance for the structure that we have created. So let us create the instance now before we go and create an asset. Select the category flex field, click on manage structure instances, click on search. There are two instances which are already there and they are in enable status. Let us create our new instance. Enter the required information. Select the structure as SM asset category flex field which we have just created. It will auto populate the segment instances and the segment codes. Click on and make sure that this is enabled. Click on save and close. And let us disable the previous ones, right? We want to use the structure that we have created. So let us disable the instances which are enabled already, and we will keep only the instance that we have enabled, and we will try to see if that is being used. Click on done. Again, redeploy the flex field. Deployment is completed. Let us log out and log in and try to create a fixed asset now. Navigate to fixed assets application and click on add asset to create an asset. And note that the category flex field is grayed out. Let us try to understand why this is happening, right? So now we have created a new structure and enabled it, but everything is correct, but it is this category KFF got grayed out. System is not allowing us to use the category structure and instance that we have created. To understand the root cause, let us go to setup and maintenance. Let us open in one more tab. Go to fixed assets functional area, and if we go to system controls, in system controls for each KFF, we have 3 KFFs in FA. For each KFF, the structure is defined. So here it is referring to instance. Here these values are there, right? Category, location, these are instance names. So at system control level, it is already defined that for category KFF, category instance, an instance with the name category should be used. This should be always active. Now in another tab, let us see if that is active. For category KFF, there are 3 instances defined. One with name category, and these 2 are defined by custom users. The last one is the one that we have created. So in the system controls, it is always checking for the instance with name category, but that got disabled. We have disabled it and we enabled the one that we have created and trying to use that, but the system is always looking for this instance to be active and it wants to use that. As that is disabled, when we are trying to create a fixed asset, this got grayed out because this field is always looking at the system controls option, and here this is given as category instance. This is going using that one, but that was in disabled status.